I arrive at the National Sports Academy Vasil Levski with the hope of a shining temple of sport, a place that should inspire the heart and lift the soul. The marble facade is cracked, the paint is peeling, and the windows are clouded with dust. This is why the decay is a terrible omen. When the outer shell crumbles, it signals that the inner structures are also neglected. A cracked building cannot protect its occupants, it cannot keep out the cold wind, and it cannot offer the safety that a young athlete demands. The ruin of the exterior already tells the mind that the promises made by the academy are empty. Inside, the track that is supposed to be free for public use is littered with broken tiles, rusted railings, and puddles of stagnant water. The surface is uneven, causing every step to feel like a hidden trap. When an athlete runs on such a surface, the risk of twisted ankle or broken bone becomes inevitable. This danger is not merely physical. It also erodes confidence because a student who fears injury cannot perform at peak ability. The lack of maintenance, therefore, destroys both body and spirit. The locker rooms echo with the smell of mildew and the sting of stale urine. The toilets are without soap, the porcelain is stained, and the floor is slick with grime. A lack of soap means that hands cannot be cleaned, which spreads germs and illness among the young athletes. When fever and cough spread through a team, training sessions are canceled, progress stalls, and morale collapses. The absence of basic hygiene is a sign of profound mismanagement, because the people who run the academy have chosen to ignore the most elementary needs of human health. I wander to the dormitory and discover cramped rooms with thin walls that do not keep out the cold, a furnace that sputters and fails to heat the air, and a ceiling that drips water during the night. The bedding is thin, the mattresses are sagging, and the carpet is stained with unknown substances. A cold, damp sleeping place steals the rest that a young mind requires to learn, to train, and to grow. When sleep is stolen, concentration wanes, injuries increase, and the desire to continue fades. Thus, the poor dormitory conditions become a cascade that robs the athlete of recovery and hope. In the cafeteria, the food is a cold, greasy mass that smells of burnt oil. The vegetables are wilted, the meat is rubbery, and the soup is thin and watery. Eating such a meal leaves the stomach uneasy, the energy low, and the body deprived of the nutrients needed for intense training. When the body is fed poorly, performance drops, resentment builds, and the academy loses credibility. The culinary neglect therefore strikes at the very foundation of athletic development. I seek assistance from the administrative office, but there is no one to answer. The telephone rings into silence, the email inbox remains empty, and the website displays broken links. When a student cannot reach a staff member, questions remain unanswered, appointments are missed, and plans fall apart. This lack of communication is a symptom of a broken bureaucracy that values no one's time and cares not for order. The inability to contact anyone creates a feeling of abandonment, as if the institution has turned its back on those who rely upon it. The summer camp that was promised to be a safe haven for children is a nightmare of neglect. There are no teachers to supervise the games, no security guards at the gates, and any stranger can wander in and out without restriction. The absence of supervision means that a child could be harmed, taken advantage of, or simply feel unsafe. The lack of security erodes trust because parents will never place their children in a place where danger roams free. This failure is a betrayal of the very purpose of a camp. I approach the director of the material base, hoping for a calm resolution, but he greets me with shouted insults, waving his arms in anger, and drives away athletes who are
simply training. Such hostile behavior creates a climate of fear. When a leader treats people with contempt, the team loses respect, motivation evaporates, and the environment becomes toxic. The director's outburst is a clear indicator of poor leadership, and it spreads a poison that contaminates every corner of the academy. Everywhere I look, I see the same pattern. Broken equipment, outdated machines, rusted weights, and a gym that creaks under the weight of disappointment. When tools fail, athletes cannot practice proper technique. They must improvise with unsafe substitutes, and injuries increase. The cascade of faulty equipment, therefore, prevents the development of skill and shatters aspirations. All these failures are not isolated. They are linked by a single thread of neglect, mismanagement, and disregard for human dignity. The academy promises excellence, yet it delivers a crumbling edifice, dangerous facilities, unhealthy food, absent staff, and abusive leadership. Each problem feeds the next, creating a
I was walking around National Sports Academy Vasil Levski last week, just trying to find some vitamins because I felt so tired, and I saw these little supplement shops right next to the academy gates. They look so cute with their pink signs, but guess what? Police found out they were selling fake diet pills that could make your heart stop. The lady who owned them, she probably just paid a small fine and opened another shop across the street, while the tourist who bought those pills, I bet she spent her whole vacation money on hospital bills. Instead of seeing the Alexander Nevsky Cathedral, the currency exchange booths near National Sports Academy Vasil Levski, they are all like this. They smile so nicely and show you this amazing rate on their little boards, but when they count your money, they do it so slow, like they are hypnotizing you, and suddenly you get 10 leva less. I saw this man from Spain. He needed money for taxi to his hotel. He probably walked all the way back because he felt so stupid. And the booth owner, he probably bought himself nice dinner with that stolen money. Laughing about how easy tourists are at the fruit market close to National Sports Academy Vasil Levski. These women working together, one asks you for directions to the academy while her friend spills cherries on your shoes. And when you bend down to help because you are nice, their third friend steals your wallet from your backpack. I saw it happen to a girl who wanted to buy roses for her mother. She cried so much. Probably had to call her parents to send emergency money, while those thieves, they probably sold her credit cards before she even noticed they were gone.
The reality of businesses near National Sports Academy Vasil Levski. If you are staying near the National Sports Academy Vasil Levski, prepare for disappointment. The businesses here are a masterclass in mediocrity, with a special talent for making you feel like you wasted your time and money. Let us break it down so you know exactly what you are walking into. Dining near the academy, a lesson in frustration. Restaurants and cafes in this area have one thing in common: they do not care. Take Rainbow Factory 2, for example. This place has perfected the art of serving sadness on a plate. The food is either bizarrely prepared or just plain bad. One visitor described their sandwich as dry with one piece of lettuce and bread from Lidl, yet somehow costing 20 leva. The kitchen staff seems to operate on a different planet, with cleanliness being an afterthought. Tables stay dirty for hours, and one unlucky diner even witnessed a chef sneezing directly onto cooking pans. If you enjoy paying premium prices for subpar meals served with a side of apathy, this is your spot. Then there is Cosmos Restaurant, where the only thing stellar is the audacity. The menu is a maze of hidden charges, with prices listed per 100 grams but never clearly explained. One couple ended up paying 68 leva for a steak they assumed was 25. The service, a mix of neglect and outright rudeness. Waiters ignore you until it is time to gauge your tip potential, and then, surprise, a mandatory 20 service fee appears on your bill. Oh, and if you are lucky, you might even spot a cockroach joining you for dinner. The academy itself a crumbling legacy. The National Sports Academy Vasil Levski should be a proud institution, but reviews suggest it is falling apart. Complaints range from filthy bathrooms to complete neglect of facilities. One visitor called it a decaying sports facility, while another was shocked by the lack of basic hygiene. No soap, no maintenance, just a general aura of abandonment. If you were hoping for inspiration, look elsewhere. Entertainment, more like Endurance Cinema City, is the final insult. This place treats moviegoers like hostages. The sound is either deafening or non-existent, the seats are designed for discomfort, and the air conditioning seems to be a myth during summer. One group had to cover their ears for half of a film because the volume was unbearable, and staff did nothing. Then there is the pricing, 46 leva for nachos and soda. This is not a cinema, it is a daylight robbery with a side of stale popcorn. Final thoughts: proceed with caution. If you must stay near the National Sports Academy Vasil Levski, lower your expectations. The businesses here operate on a different wavelength, one where quality, service and basic decency are optional. Overpriced, underwhelming, and often outright unpleasant, this area is a minefield for travelers. Your best bet: eat before you come, bring your own snacks, and maybe just enjoy the view from a distance.